Now, hello.
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to another fabulous meeting. The entrepreneurial journey and building a successful, thriving business isn't easy. If it was, everyone would do it. But nothing is impossible. All you need is a little determination, research, education, and the will to do it. And of course, join this fabulous club. You will get there. You can become a successful entrepreneur no matter what age you are and no matter what educational qualifications you have. Now, being an entrepreneur can be fun, right? Exciting, and sometimes it can be also overwhelming and challenging. But believe me, the good news is there's a lot that you can do about it. All right. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Nisarg. Give it up for Nisarg. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Ashwin. Greetings to all of you. Greetings with ideas. Give me a moment. Yes. Okay. So, ideating greetings of the day, distinguished Toastmasters, friends, and guests. Welcome. Welcome to another exciting mutual learning program of Toastmasters for Hyderabad Entrepreneurs. Thank you, Ashwin, for your opening remarks. And since you've gone to the US, your pronunciation has changed. It is Nisarg. It is Nisarg, nature. And appreciate you starting the meeting on an enthusiastic note. Especially when I see your face, it's always nice and bright on the screen. As a Toastmaster, I'm your host today. For the benefit of guests, let me explain this program for today. We have 4 sessions sandwiched in between the theme. The first session is of prepared speeches. Second session is of table topics. The third session is the elevator pitch. And the last session is of evaluation. So today, our theme talks about how to commercialize your idea. I'm sure all of you have many ideas. Can you raise a hand of how many of you, instead of saying how many of you, I should say how many of us have ideas? Great. I believe almost all of us. Ideas and ideas and ideas. They are all in your head. And when they're in your head, you always figure out that, okay, this idea will make me money, this idea will make me money. But when you actually calm down to the execution level, that is when a lot of challenges start. And that's what I'm going to speak about today. So again, another question. How many ideas do you have? How many would you want to pursue in terms of commercialization? Anybody? Vaibhavi, how many ideas do you have in your mind? It keeps,
right now only one, sir.
It keeps, okay. I keep on ideating all the time. So on an average, I might have at least 50 to 100 ideas every day. But again, you need to shortlist some that you can work on. And once you figure out a way, I had found that in the Toyota plant, any program that they run, it has to be run on a simple A3 sheet. That's it. However big an idea, it has to be noted and clearly indicated. Otherwise, what happens is you tend to write pages and pages, and it's very difficult when you are presenting your ideas. So what I thought was the best way of talking to all of us was how to structure your ideas and be prepared to work on multiple ideas. having just one idea does not work. I'll tell you a reason. If you spend a lot of time on just one idea and you go into execution mode, what happens is, let's say 3 months down the line or 6 months down the line, if that idea does not work out, you have nothing to fall back on. That's why I prefer to call myself a parallel entrepreneur. That's because I work on multiple ideas at the same time. And from experience, and not a small experience, I'm talking of 33 years of experience, I have realized that it's a good idea to work on multiple ideas. You might focus on one, but have multiple in the kitty and keep working on them. As I said, while the idea is in your head, you're making a lot of money, but nothing happens without execution. Execution means you'll have to start somewhere, means you have to have a plan. And best way to plan this is the 5W1H model. That's why are you doing it? What do you want to do? Where you want to do it? Who's going to help you? When are you going to execute it, or when are you going to launch it? And how are you going to do it? Again, this is not as easy as it looks. If you put down this on just a A4 paper, this should give you a lot of answers. And again, this 5W1H is not only one side. One side is yours and the other is the user side. So as you dwell deep in it, you will find that they are intertwined and all the answers lie there. Commercialization is not magic. You have to work on your ideas. Best way to understand this is to go through a journey of an idea. Kalpana madam, that's where you come in. For all of us to be on the same page on the ideas front, I thought let's take a case study which I was working on. We had named it as FACES, FACEXYZ. This comes from the name or the word surface. We wanted to build an application which helps you to see flat surfaces in your house or in your office. Okay, so I just want to do. Can each of you just look around your house or office for a door or a window? I'm sure all of us have some door or window in our house. Just keep that in your mind so that you have a hang of where this will lead to. Imagine if you were to fix a new door or a window. This particular application applied to a lot of surfaces. And when we started about the idea, it was very difficult to structure what did we want to do or what we wanted our users to do. See, if I want to change the curtains in my house, I have to go to the store and I have to select a certain swatch, and the swatch is so small. How do you visualize how it will look in your house? That is the exact challenge that we wanted to solve. So why did we want to do it? We wanted to build an application. We had brand named it FACES, FACEXYZ. XYZ were the 3D coordinates. And this was to be done at this site. So anything in your house, example, a door, a window, your flooring, your ceiling, your paint. If you look at the room that you are occupying right now, more than 90% of it is flat surfaces. They might be 3D in nature, but they are still flat surfaces. So why we wanted to do it? As I said, the only way to visualize was in your head. We wanted an application that could help people see stuff in their house. before buying it. What did we want to do? Build an application to visualize surfaces. I'm going to give you the door example because I have a presentation for that. This application could apply literally to any flat surface. For whom is $1 million question. This needs answers, and answers not from you, answers from your prospect customers, because that will give you the solution or how to build that solution. Where will that be applied? Again, as I said, this question needs you to answer all the 5W and 1H, and they are so intertwined into each other that it's a two-way thought process, and it gets connected just about to. Sometimes you might know why, but you do not know for whom. You might know whom, but again, you do not know how to crack with that person in mind or that user in mind. So I believe that this particular idea of questioning your ideas, that will lead you to a lot of possibilities. Don't be married to your idea, or don't keep it at heart. When we conceive an idea, it feels very nice and it feels very commercially viable. But when you start talking to people, that is when you realize that, oh, I did not think of this. Oh, that person gave me a good idea to rethink the way I have structured it. So we will keep on dwelling into this while I take this idea further. I would now like to introduce my team who will run this particular program. Who are they? What will they do? Why will they do it? Let's find out. So to run this Toastmasters meet, let me invite our timer, Toastmaster Harsha, to explain what and how it works in our club meet. Harsha around?
Good morning, everyone. As a timer, I am the timer for the table topic, speaker, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time that they have left. Using the green card, yellow card, and red card will denote the specific time remaining. Today, table topic should be the remark to not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. At icebreaker speech should be of 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the green card. More other speeches should be of 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. And the individual speeches should be of 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Appreciate Harsha. Thank you very much. I now comes in Abdul. Abdulji, can you take up? Apart from our counter, do we have a grammarian, or would you take up that role as well?
Yeah, I can take up the role.
Thank you very much. That was a real short notice.
Oh, sure.
I would appreciate if you can explain the role for the grammarian and the R counter for our guests to know what is the structure and why it is that way.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. I'm playing the role of R counter and grammarian for today's meeting. As R counter, I'll observe the crutch or filler words speakers use during their speeches. such as so, but. I will also note any words that doesn't add up to the message, like basically, I mean. I will also note any long pauses during the speeches. As a grammarian, I'll be making a note of all the good usage and not so good usage of the English language during all the speeches. At the end of the meeting, I'll present my report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Abdul Rahmanji. Let's stop our questions here and make way for our speakers who have some of the answers. Inviting Toastmaster Anne-Marie to read out what are the evaluation objectives of the first speaker, that is Toastmaster Ashwin. Then the time frame is 10 to 12 minutes for Toastmaster Ashwin's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Anne-Marie.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. There's a slight adjustment. It does say 10 to 12, but we are still going for the standard 7 minutes.
Okay.
In this particular speech.
Timer, note this, it's 7 minutes. So can you, Anne-Marie, can you, it is 5, 6, 7 or how's it?
We're
5,
going
6, 7.
Normal speech time.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
5, 6, 7, normal speech time. Yep.
Reflecting on Ashwin's path, communication with humor, and he is going to be reflecting on his progress through this path. The purpose of the project is for him to reflect on his growth during completion of the entire path. And as we said, it's going to be 5 to 7 minutes. He can speak on any aspect of the journey that he so chooses, persuasive, humorous, or informative. And as we said, it's a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. So over to you, Ashwin.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. A few weeks ago, I completed what I thought was my last speech in the second Toastmasters pathway. There are about 20 projects in there. Now, the pathways are one of the tools Toastmasters uses for people to grow their speaking and leadership skills. I gave my speech and participated in the rest of the meeting. And when the Zoom meeting ended, I jumped up in my chair and I did a happy dance. I don't know what kind of happy dance I do, but I did. Literally, I'm like, woohoo! I felt joy and delighted in my accomplishment. I sat back, I logged into Toastmasters Online, closed out the speech, and saw that my pathways wasn't closed. What? There was something beyond level 5, but each pathway only has 5 levels. What was this? Oh, it was noted as reflect on your path. Oh, okay. A survey? I thought provoking a questionnaire. I opened it. Wait, what? Another speech? Oh my goodness. Another speech on the pathway before I could officially close it out, be done, and move on and celebrate my success. This happens to me again and again in Toastmasters. I have an expectation that is totally obliterated by the next thing on my Toastmasters pathway. The next project is different than I expect. It makes me learn and grow in unexpected ways. It is so good for me. And for the past few days, I had been, sketching out my speech in my mind and see what I could do. That sketched out speech happened to be way different than reflect on my path. I paused, I caught my breath, I sat down, and my silliness had shifted into a better mindset, a smiling mindset. And so my journey begins. In the old days of kings who ruled with absolute power, only the court gesture could safely tell the king the truth. And that's how they mediated it, through humor. Anyone else who attempted to tell the emperor he had no clothes was in danger of losing his head. Humor is a valuable and effective tool for communicating just about anything because humor breaks down barriers. Carefully disguised as fun, humor can smuggle new ideas into people's hearts. Humor has been shown to be an essential component of learning for young and old alike. You must have your audience's attention. Hey, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, did anyone come to understand the beaver's plight and struggle for the logs? Those of you who do not yet have teenagers may not have had an occasion noticed that the strange eye reaction of being lectured. Are you familiar with REM, rapid eye movement? Well, those with teenagers have luckily experienced REAM, rolling eyes at me. Yeah. However, this phenomenon is often completely eliminated if you preach with humor. Humor always allows us to approach threatening subjects in a non-threatening way. And research has shown that most people find it difficult to receive information from someone who has little or no sense of humor. Right? Well, additionally, it shows that when people laugh together, they not only enjoy themselves, but they are more receptive to new ideas. Humor is one language that everyone can understand, and it breaks down barriers between people. If you can share a laugh with someone, you've connected with that person. The defenses come down, and there's a desire to continue that dialogue. Humor is also a model of efficiency. It can generally get your point across with less effect and verbiage. A picture is 1,000 words, and humor is worth $1,000. Entertainers make good money. Is it because they cure cancer, solve world hunger? No, it's because they solve world boredom. They make you laugh, and the really good ones make you think. And that's why I chose my second pathway, engaging humor. This path is designed to help you build your skills as humorous and engaging in a public speaker manner. The project on this path focuses on understanding your sense of humor and how that sense of humor translates to engaging audience members. The project contributes to developing an understanding of how effectively to use humor in a speech, including challenging situations with well-crafted stories and impromptu speeches. This path eliminates an extended humorous speech that will allow you to apply what you've learned or not. Well, starting out with first proverbial icebreaker, as many of us do in our first Toastmasters journey through pathways. But what story should I tell? You know, I've told that story before, right? My name is Ash. I like long walks on the beach. My favorite food is pizza. Oh no, I want to do something different. So level 1, icebreaker, researching and presenting. I did a speech on breaking wind. Yeah. It was one of those speeches that, okay, it did happen to me, but I zhuzhed it up a little. Yeah, I ate something one day and I decided to go shopping. Well, I went to the grocery store, and the store I went to, it echoed a lot. So yeah, my stomach didn't fare with me. So guess what? There was a lot of whoo, oh yeah. So with that feedback, I was given and research and what I wanted to watch, you know, what made it better. I got my evaluation back from that, and I crafted it a little bit more to make it a little bit more funny. And by the time you progress to level 2, know your sense of humor, pathway starts to get more interesting. And prior to each project you receive, you get guided information about how the next project and a speech is going to go. You get learning videos, you get learning notes and quick tests. And the value in the pathways learning program begins to emerge. And level 2, know your sense of humor, right? I did know my sense of humor. And then you get to level 3, which is engaging your audience with humor. I love to give you a speech on one I did with Happy Wife, Happy Life. Yeah. You know, we all do evaluations in Toastmasters. Well, how I incorporated that into a speech. So that was really good. And I learned so much. And last one, the power of impromptu, well, the level 4, which was the power of impromptu speaking using humor. That was eye-opening. Really loved it. And last but not least, you're right, delivery of your message with humor, putting it all together. Now, if I were to give a Toastmaster some advice, I would just suggest that they just jump in and get started. Make speeches, enter competitions, visit other clubs. Everybody wants you to do well. They will support you and they will not make fun of you. Well, it depends on what club you go to. Just kidding. Everything is a learning opportunity. I would tell them that the icebreaker can be about absolutely anything, and you could speak about a hobby, a holiday, or anything. One of the best ways to overcome or avoid obstacles in Toastmasters is to talk to the members. They'll help you out. I would tell them that they could do anything they want and they'll be brilliant at it. Now, you're not done yet. Your journey has just begun. Now you have the foundation. So what I would say is expand on it, test it, experiment, evolve, keep learning. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Ashwin. Good speech. I'm sure the evaluation will do a wonderful job. I would recommend all the guests and the audience on this particular meet to give their direct feedback through the chat to Toastmaster Ashwin. Why do you do that? Let me invite Toastmaster Gopal Krishnan to read out what are the evaluation objectives of our second speaker. That's Toastmaster Colonel Tarun Kumar. Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, our own flamboyant Toastmaster Colonel Tarun is attempting his project L2 of his pathway. His speech title is The Business of Speaking. Toastmaster Tarun, the business of speaking, Toastmaster Tarun. Virtual podium is open to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopal. A wise person speaks because he has to say something. An ignorant one, because he has to say something. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests, speaking has been integral to human evolution. We must remember all wealth comes from adding value. By producing better, faster, and simpler things than others who are operating in the same space as you. Public speaking is a critical skill. And once you have mastered the art of influencing, your struggles to make an impact are bearing fruit. The next step would be to raise the game and, where possible, monetize your efforts. Let me share some statistics with you. Across the globe, approximately more than 75% of people are afraid of snakes. And the same statistics holds true for speaking. Are there things that you can do to take your speaking ability to the next level? How are you converting your passion into a livelihood? These are some questions that many of us are grappling with. And in fact, we do wrestle with them on a daily basis. Let me share 5 ideas that you can use to boost the speaking career that you thought was not possible before. Number 1, know your audience. What they like, what are their expectations? If required, carry out a NICE analysis. NICE is an acronym standing for need, interests, concerns, and expectations. And then only you will be able to leave an impact and ensure that the outcomes of that particular speech that you delivered has left a longer lasting impression, and probably it resonates with your audience for a long, long time. Number 2, create with an outcome in mind. You have to analyze, where required, brainstorm. You have a trusted partner, companion, brainstorm your topic with them. If you have none, do it internally. But my advice to you is that before you create and deliver, you must carry out these kind of activities. Then go ahead, create an awesome speech, deliver with all your passion, and the thing is not over. Once you have done that, wait, obtain for feedback so that you can evaluate what went well and where you have an opportunity to improve yourself. Many of us are fond of using presentation. So my third advice to you is, when you are using presentations, always work on structure and sequence. They both go hand in hand. Follow the 4x4 rule. And you must be wondering what this rule is. If you don't know, and if you don't want to leave your audience confused, I would recommend that anything that you don't know yourself, your audience will never comprehend. So always think in pointers and speak in structures. Now, having said that, on a presentation screen, don't have more than 4 words in one line and not more than such 4 bullet points on one presentation slide. And that's it. You are able to use your presentation effectively. Number 4, use shareable content. And what is this shareable content? Anything that adds value when you share it with others. Have a coherent theme from the beginning till the end. Use facts and figures judiciously. And if possible, share them as a story, weaving something beautiful around that fact and figure. Share unusually, however, useful information. And there you go. You have a beautiful script which is making an impact on your audience. But last and not the least, rehearse. My dear friends, that is most important. Minimum of 3 retakes, so that from a level of comfort, you move on to the level of confidence, and from there to the level of perfection. And there you go. You are ready with an awesome speech that is going to leave a lasting impression on your audience. Always remember, there are 3 kinds of speeches. One that you prepared, the second one that you delivered, and the third one that you always wish you could. No matter how important the speech is, it will never be effective if you do not have a clear structure. You can't communicate well if you are giving up on the speech and the structure content, and you are giving up a lot of your potential. Public speaking is an art that can be learned and polished. A confident speaker usually wins the trust and makes an impact on the audience. My dear fellow Toastmasters, are you the speaker who is waiting to explode on the public speaking arena? Well, who knows it better than you? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, tenacious Tarun. I'm sure all of you can send your comments to him directly so that he can improve his speech. Here you go. So who next? Okay, while on my script, I have Toastmaster Kalpana to come over and do the table topic session. I think let me continue with my theme. Give me about 2-3 minutes, Kalpana madam. Now, let me just so as our speaker, Colonel Tarun Kumar mentioned, you have to keep asking questions, because once you learn to ask questions, you're going to get your answers. And with every presentation that he talked of how it needs to be structured, you automatically keep refining your own presentation, because communication is the key of how you communicate your idea to your audience. You remember the doors or windows that you have to look for. So let me share my screen here and tell you what is Faces all about. Faces with an X, Y, Z, that is the 3 coordinates. Let me just share. Share screen. There you are. Can you see my screen? Okay, done. Thank you for nodding so that I know that the screen can be seen. Okay, so this, can you see the whole thing? I mean, the whole slide, right? Thanks. So Faces was the first on-site virtual gallery of surfaces. That is what we were building. Let's jump directly to your house. Now you start visualizing. What if there was an application which enabled you to see the door or the window of your room change its color, change its design, and you can see it real time from your mobile. All you have to do is just select the door manufacturer's doors and see it directly on your room or on the window. And you could select, for example, you see the selection done here and you could see it there. What were the advantages? Customer convenience. You can visualize any door on your premises. You can decide the color, your preference, and what else? Helps faster decision making. Okay, for you and the seller. That way, you have a quicker ROI for the dealer. So as you can see, give me a minute, somehow I am not able to see my own screen in full. Okay, nevertheless, you guys can see it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, okay. So what you have is the gallery owner or the distributor, retailer, you are giving him convenience. Customer comes with a very, very clear, a lot of clarity in his mind of what he wants. He's already seen it in his house.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, but if you de-zoom it a little, you will get the entire thing onto because you're using a PDF for display.
I am using a PDF.
Reduce the zoom.
Okay, that would be
the one next to the printer.
Yeah, no, control minus. That's I got it. Thanks, Padma Kumarji.
Welcome, sir.
Yes. So as I was saying, customer comes with clarity, decision making becomes easy, and the sale is done. Give me a moment still. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing.
Just reduce it to 100%. Minus sign.
Yeah. Correct. I think Sorry. Yes, thanks. So here you have, I'm following the rules mentioned by our last speaker, Colonel. Have clarity on your presentation. And it was simple. You call me for a demo for this application. It was that easy. Okay. So I'm sure most of you would have visualized this in your room where you are sitting right now, either on your door or on the window. Imagine, we wanted to avoid the imagination that we had to do when we were buying any decor for our house or our office. This can apply to any flat surface. I chose flat surfaces because I did not want to go into the 3D domain. 3D domain talks of a lot of different content creation. Thank you very much for hearing me out. Coming back. Okay. So now we have distinguished Toastmaster Kalpana Madam, and that means ideas. She will tell you why table topics and for whom. Madam, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Greetings, dear Toastmasters and guests. I'm your table topic master for today's meeting, and my name is Kalpana. As we are talking about ideas, let us enhance our table topics and see how an idea can change our speech as well. Participating in table topics will improve your critical thinking and presentation skills. So I request all guests and non-Toastmasters to actively take participation into the table topic segment. So may I have any nominations, please? I see Ilios and Padma Kumar raising your hand. So yes, Ilios, let me add to the spotlight. Yes, give me a second. And I will also add timer to the spotlight so that you'll be able to see timer. Ilios, can you confirm if you are able to see the timer cards? Timer, please flash the card. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, Ilios, are you able to see the timer card?
Okay, now I can see.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, now I can see.
Elios, an idea that dragged you to failure, an idea that dragged you to the failure, Toastmaster Elios.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, an idea that dragged me into failure is hard work. Play harder. Well, this is a really interesting thing, right? Because yes, when we do hard work too hard to ourselves and we don't have the respite, it will exhaust our energy. Remember, not only time and money is the resources, we have energy as our resources. So if you do work hard, yes, it is a good thing. But if you do work hard, it means that you really press yourself into something that, yeah, can hurt you. And this idea is really interesting. When I was like on the college, I work hard for my educational. I got graduate with the distinction, and I thought that that idea will get me into a job that will pay me so big or so many for the money itself. But I failed. Nobody want to hire me because they thought that my salary will be too higher. And yes, this kind of perception is making me into the sandwich. Either I should lower my expectation or I should catch on my dream. And now I believe that this life is really making me into someone that I should be, either fit in or you are stand out. So yes, choose anything that you feel and you want to be in the future. So yes, back to you, DTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Elios, for that speech. Next, we have Toastmaster Padma Kumar as the table topic speaker. Let me add spotlight. Sir, can you please confirm you were able to see the timer cards?
Yes, I'm able to see.
Thank you. Yes. Sir, your topic. An idea that changed your thinking. An idea that changed your thinking.
Thank you very much. An idea that changed my thinking is Maya. No, not the dusky-eyed, curly-haired girl from your high school. Nor it is that eclectic philosophy which says everything is an illusion and there is no universal reality in this world. I'm talking about neither of these. I am talking about a concept which was introduced by the iconic French designer called Raymond Louis, who talked about Maya, most advanced yet acceptable. Most advanced yet acceptable. And this comes from the principle called the 3% rule, where he says people suffer from two things: neophilia, which is curiosity about anything new, and neophobia, which is the fear of anything new. So balancing both these factors is what creates success. He says, pick up something that people are very familiar with and then add 3% tweak to it. The example he gives is a Nike shoes of $100 picked up by Tiffany's. They changed the color of the tick to their brand color and called it Tiffany's Nike and sold it for $300. The comfort of owning a Nike and the novelty of having a Tiffany shoes. This is a concept that really can change our thinking. So when you want to get into something new, look for something that people are familiar with, people are comfortable with. Let's leverage the comfort of the known and the excitement of the new. Follow Maya. Remember, not the dusky-eyed, curly-haired girl from your high school, but this new concept of most advanced yet acceptable. Thank you very much. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
That was wonderful, Maya, and wonderful delivery as usual. Thank you so much for sharing with us about Maya. We now have nomination from Dr. Saloni. May I request you to please switch on your camera? Dr. Saloni. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me add you to the spotlight. Dr. Saloni, I hope you know you have to speak for at least 1 to 2 minutes, and timer will raise green card after completion of the 1 minute. Are you able to see the timer card?
No, but I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. Timer, please go back to normal card. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Saloni, an idea that remained in your mind and could not come out. An idea that remained in your mind and could not come out, Dr. Saloni.
An idea that remained in my mind and has not come out is the idea to be able to take humanity's molars to Mars. With the Dental Dost app, we are able to make sure that the oral health score of every individual, humanity on this planet, is a perfect 10 on 10. We scan your teeth using your mobile phone camera, and detect dental diseases, providing an instant dental diagnosis based on AI. Thank you.
You still have some more time if you would like to.
If I can take the same time to ask for a poll, trying to understand how many of us understand the implications of machine learning and artificial intelligence.
I think it will be a new session for that whole question itself.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saloni. We will now go ahead with the next speaker. I could see Manoj raising your hand. Manoj.
Yes, DDM Kalpana.
Thank you. Let me add to the spotlight. And can you confirm you were able to see the timer?
Yes, I'm able to see the timer.
Thank you. Manoj, an idea that you stole. An idea that you stole, Toastmaster Manoj.
An idea that I stole. I give you my experience regarding the idea that I stole. It's not just one idea, it's many ideas. And I read once on LinkedIn, when I was writing the posts on LinkedIn, someone said, if you steal an idea from a single person with respect to content, it's plagiarism. But if you steal the ideas from hundreds of creators, it's your creativity. So one thing I can say, an idea that I stole is not just a single idea. We learn on day-to-day basis from many people around us, our society, our neighbors, our relatives, our friends. We steal something from them, we reflect them, and those are the ideas which we steal. When we say the stealing of ideas is a mechanism which is inbuilt in us and something which we cannot actually run away. And if you see, the idea which I stole, our speaker, Colonel Tarun, has said, it's a nice acronym. N for need, I for interest, C for concern, E for expectation. This is what we need to use to gauge our audience. And I already stole that idea and I asked his permission to use that in my post. So this is something we learn from others. And I don't feel stealing an idea when someone say it's something wrong we are doing or something unethical. It's only if you steal a copyrighted content that's unethical. You don't know how when people will come up with the same idea in parallel times. When S.S. Rajamouli has asked about his sets in the movie Magadira, it's very much similar to what is there in Gladiator. He said, what would be a set in the king's place? So it is same if it is in India or if it is in Europe or if it is in US. So it's not ideas that we steal, it's ideas that we build from our fellow beings with their experiences, making it as ours. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for that brilliant speech. We will now have two more last topics, and those are from our guest. First one, let me call Vaibhavi. Vaibhavi, can you please switch on your camera? And then Javed. Okay, I see Dr. Pramod raising your hand.
Master.
I didn't give you the
sorry,
topic yet.
topic master. I can't switch on my camera. The bandwidth is not that great.
Okay. Can you confirm if you are able to see the time card?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Are you a Toastmaster, Vaibhavi? Vaibhavi, are you a Toastmaster? Before I give you the topic. Okay, I think we have some connectivity issue with Vaibhavi. Let me go with Javed. Javed, I can see you.
No, I'm the topic master.
Okay. Okay, so are you a Toastmaster? Sorry, I could not hear your answer.
Yeah, I'm here. I have a better connectivity, just that I can't turn on my camera.
Okay. Vaibhavi, your topic is an idea that you are proud of. An idea that you are proud of. Vaibhavi.
Table topic master is asking me a very interesting topic, that is an idea that I'm proud of. I always look forward to be a professor in the forthcoming days. This has been my dream or idea or plan since I was a kid, since I was maybe 10-year-old. So what am I doing? I have joined Toastmasters to know how to build the content. Of course, everything is available on the internet now. So what's the challenge? The challenge is to curtail the content as per the needs of my audience. And my audience is certainly going to be the enthusiastic, ambitious galaxy that is my students. Not just that, I observe all the professors that have come in my life. Whether they're teaching arts, whether they're teaching technical subjects, whether they are motivating, whatever. I just observe their style. How do they keep their audience, that is the students, so hooked up? Students are people who get bored very soon. Yes, they get motivated, they get hooked, they will like you to moon and back, but it's very easy to lose their reputation in their eyes. I don't want to be that professor, the teacher whom my students would not like much. So yes, the idea that I have been very proud of is that I want to be a professor in the forthcoming days, and I want to have a bag of learnings, a bag of formulae, and a bag of people who will always motivate me, saying that this is a great idea, Vaibhavi. Keep going. We're there to support you. So table topic master, are you one amongst them? That's my time. Thank you.
Yes, I am one of them, and it's a great idea to be a professor and still continue your learning. I'm really proud to know about your idea, Vaibhavi. All the best for you. Let me add Javed to the spotlight. Javed, yeah, you may lower your hand. Thank you. Okay. Javed, an idea that changed your daily routine. An idea that changed your daily routine, Javed.
An idea that changed my daily routine, and that idea was painful. Ladies and gentlemen, it happened in 2017. I got up from the bed. My hands were feeling numb. I could not make the full hand. I didn't know what is happening. I didn't have any disease by then. Very young guy. Why is it happening to me? A lot of questions were crashing in my head. The first day, I thought it might be something normal and let me take a hot shower. That should solve the problem. It took almost 30 minutes to bring my body into order. Once it was into order, I thought things are normal. But I didn't go for any medication. Next day morning, similar situation. I was like, bro, what is happening to me? This is not a normal thing, right? And I felt there is a pain happening between the whole body, and that is like only happening in morning and night, not for the whole day. I was curious, and that is where I met a doctor. He did some checkups and said there are certain pains which are called anti-rheumatic pains. It should not come at your age. But the very reason why it is attached with you is your weight. I was obese, ladies and gentlemen. I had 84 kgs of weight by then, and doctor asked me to really walk on my weight, reduce it to a level that is acceptable. Well, I took medication. It went on for 7 to 8 months, but that idea kind of changed the daily routine. Now I was not just getting up and starting my Instagram and Facebook, but I had to get up, rush to the nearest park, nearest gym, uh, because I was into transferable job. So I kept on moving between cities. Having a one constant gym or place was not possible. So I had to find nearest park And even I will drill down to hotel, which is closer to such parks or something where activities can happen. So that idea of reducing my weight, getting rid of that disease really changed my life, not just for 2017, but that has continued till now. It's been 6 years, and thankfully I have reduced a lot of weight because of that idea. Yeah, thank you so much. Over to you, Kalpana.
Wow, what a beautiful speech I could hear. Because of an idea implementation, you achieved your healthy weight journey. And for today's last topic, I would like to add Dr. Pramod to the spotlight. Now that you are a doctor, let me ask you this topic. The time where you are loud with your ideas. The time where you are loud with your ideas, Dr. Pramod. You're on mute, Dr. Pramod. Can you unmute yourself?
Thank you so much. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody and the distinguished guest here. What a wonderful topic which you have given, because during the time, because we are from sales and marketing, and I am the in charge for one of the leading pharmaceutical company. So when the corona had come, right, we all have discussed that how to build that and how to be along with our people. So what we did we started talking to the families, and we started giving a lot of respect to them that yes, we are there with you. Don't worry about your the breadwinners which are there, which is very, very important. Right. And at the same time, then the entire family, they started building with us, and the sales was happening. And we are getting the things which is very, very important in terms of getting the sales, in terms of getting the ROI, in terms of getting the businesses. And at the same time, we started ensuring that how we will be able to build the things in terms of building the product knowledge, how we will be able to launch the product. So these all the ideas through the Zoom meeting, while including the family, it has given a lot of positiveness to the entire group of the Cadillac group of companies where I had worked there. Not only this, we did the star function also. And when we made it, people to see that they are in the Kuala Lumpur, we are supposed to take them, but virtually we made it so that the entire 3,000 people, they really enjoyed it, and they felt it that yes, in a beautiful company they are working. So these are the beautiful ideas. There are multiple ideas are there, but this is one of the ideas which I have chosen immediately. It has come to my mind. Thank you so much for giving you valuable time to me. Thank you so much.
That was fast, lightning speed speech. Thank you so much, Dr. Pramod, for that wonderful speech. And with this, I conclude the table topic segment for today, and I will pass the control back to our natural star, Nisarg, for taking up the next segment.
I was on mute. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster, knowledgeable Kalpana. Anyway, so guests and Toastmasters, hope you've got a hang of how questions play a big role in you to open your mind. Okay, now we have a business pitch for someone who has figured out how to commercialize and make things easy for us to make sale and scale. Let's invite Amit and Sagar from Pune to talk about their startup. Timing is 3 to 5 minutes. I believe you already know the sequence by now. Over to you, Amit.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Very good morning, all of you. My name is Amit, here with my colleague co-founder, Sagar. I request that I have to share the screen. I'm disabled to share the screen. So if host allows me to share the screen.
You should be able to do it now.
Yeah, perfect. And someone please confirm once you see my screen.
Yes, we are able to see your screen. And
okay. Okay, so here we are with our product, SoBot. SoBot is a sell on a bot. And at the same time, in Marathi, we have a word called as a Sobat, which means a togetherness. From that convention, we brought a word SoBot to our product, which is a WhatsApp storefront for new age commerce. When I'm saying new age commerce, I'm talking about not the quick commerce, but the instance commerce. not everyone has a time in this world now. Everyone is rushing so fast, and we have some solution for consumers like you who should do instant commerce. So let's jump in a problem statement. What is that problem statement that we are solving now? Okay, so problem is effectiveness of a mobile app is diminishing. There are mobile apps that we all have, but those are limited, and we people are reluctant to download any more apps. So they work for a few businesses like Uber, Ola, Flipkart, Swiggy, Zomato. If you develop another app being a businessman, there are already millions of apps exist. What is the motivation for your consumers to download that app and keep it in their mobile phone? Mobile phone become a real estate now. So everyone is very choosy about what they keep in their mobile phone. Developing a mobile app is again an expensive affair. You have to put a lot of money. You have to do a lot of ASO marketing and all around the things to make your consumers to download an app and keep it with them. Downloading an app feels like a commitment to the consumer. So when I download an app, I feel that, hey, I'm committed to that brand, and might not be the right situation for me because I'm not so loyal customer to them. So how should I solve this problem? So very natural solution that we all have in our pocket already is WhatsApp, which is a by default super app. Why it's a super app, we'll come to that. But here are some stats which tells us how WhatsApp has changed the entire notion of an industry, being an instant messenger, and now upgrading it to the different level, how it's solving the problems that I just spoke about. Let's see what we have as a solution. So we have a ready to deploy storefronts on a WhatsApp. On the right hand side, if you see, I captured a screenshot of a conversation that happened with our ready to deploy storefront as a chatbot. So a consumer has came to a business number of a Shriya's cake shop and asked for a cake. A bot has served that. Bot has also pushed the items, accepted the card, processed the order, and given a payment link. This all happened in one window, that is a WhatsApp. This is how our product look like. This is something that our merchant uses at their end. They can see the live chats. They have a store setup done. They can see all the orders that have been pushed from the conversational experience that consumer has over the WhatsApp. And they don't have to ask their consumers to install any more apps. This is how our product look like. So why now? Why conversational experience makes sense now? Because conversational commerce is a very big thing in hyperlocal market. Like I was saying, not every merchant afford to have a mobile app, and not every consumer will download every app that is nearby, right? I don't want to download a cake shop, or I don't want to download an app of a laundry guy. WhatsApp and Instagram is going to be new storefronts, which is already started happening. You people might have experienced that already when you use these apps. Their DAU, daily active users, and monthly active users are increasing day by day, and they become a by default distribution channels. What is the market opportunity that we have? So $142 billion market globally in a consumer spend of WhatsApp chatbots. We have a WhatsApp Insta market size around $450 million over the next 2 years. This is our competitive landscape. This is our market has already been catered to. There are conversational inboxes already coming out. There are players like Dukaan, Zomato who are already aggregating these merchants, and we are in between of doing part of it to give it in a conversational experience. Competitive advantage that we get on other pillars is we are ready to deploy storefronts. We have already figured out what is required for each one of them on a storefront. We have a plugin system. That means if you are already using any other platform like Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other POS system, our bots are pluggable. You don't have to change your existing solution. We help you to cross-sell and upsell because we do a lot of AI and ML in the scenes. We understand that what your consumer needs from you, and with the one upsell message on a WhatsApp can help you to get a good business from this platform. The future roadmap, we want to be a multiple apps. Like I spoke on a WhatsApp and Instagram, we have a multiple instant messengers already there. People are distributed on them. So we want to support all. We want to go multi-language so that we can cover all vernacular languages in India. We are developing our own sales prediction tool and lead generation tools for the future. These are our existing clients. Our clientele has a mix of everything. We have a SaaS businesses, we have enterprise businesses, we have software businesses, we have hotels coming to us, storefront coming to us, holiday stay businesses, healthy food businesses, subscription businesses. It's a mix of all in our clientele right now. This is me. I handle the tech along with my co-founder Sagar, who mostly handles sales and operations with us. And that was my time. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I'm happy to accept any questions if it's allowed.
Toastmaster Nisarg,
So-
you're on mute.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Amit. Action, Amit and Super Sagar. Okay, so now what time? Okay, we have just about 16 odd minutes. So let's jump on to our evaluation session. Whom do I call upon? Okay, we have Toastmaster Anne-Marie. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. The first evaluator for the first speaker.
Yes. If you can pin the speaker, please, and myself, that'd be great. Ashwin, it was indeed a pleasure. Can you hear me? It was a pleasure tonight to be evaluating what was a very passionate delivery and a journey. And you reached out to me on several levels, the emotion, the frustration that the pathway was just not closed. I know because I'm doing it right now. I've really felt for you. One of your strengths is how you enhance the energy in your speech with the humor. You litter that nicely with the antidotes as well. And it's still done in a very conversational style, like it's just me and you in the room. Well done on that. Your pace, the fast, energetic delivery, you keep my interest. And I actually felt I was in the moment with you, with all the emotion and frustration. You also grabbed my attention with some gestures at the beginning and the metaphors. You're jumpy, happy, dance. You'd finish the part, you were excited. I really felt that. And the acronym RIM and REIM, that added such variety and it was nicely put in there. Very imaginative images with something about the old people and losing their heads. So yes, you kept my interest throughout. To grow and enhance the speech, set clear learning outcomes for each part. What is it that you learned from the part? How did it impact you? I would also like to see you standing. I assume you are sitting. That gives me more power, more energy. So what is the path about? I was a little confused about the project, the objectives, and the purpose. And I know you slipped it in halfway through the speech, but I would move it up so people are very clear about what this path was about. A clearer structure makes it just a little bit easier to listen to. Overall, though, I was very impressed by the messages that you gave. Ask questions, jump in, and start straight away. Congratulations on this path and the journey. And with a clearer structure, focus on the learning objectives for each path in a chronology that would enhance what is very powerful message. Keep striving for greater heights. Congratulations on completion. Over to you, Mr. King.
Thank you, Toastmaster Active Anne. Hey, Ashwin. I believe it was a good evaluation from Dr. Anne-Marie. Now we jump on to, let me invite on screen Toastmaster Gopal Krishnan to give his evaluation for Toastmaster Colonel Tarun.
Toastmaster Gopal, you are on mute. Timer, please start again.
Right now. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Karun for delivering a very wonderful speech. We started with a very good quote: a wise person speaks because he has to, and an ignorant person speaks because he has to. This is the best way to attract the audience attention, and you attracted my attention, the very first line. You rightly said that speaking is critical. It is the core of all our relationship. And I totally agree with you when you said 75% of people are afraid of snake, and that's true for public speaking. I have personally taken note of your 5 ideas of building a good speech. Know your audience, create with outcome in mind, presentation, shareable content, and rehearse. Your body language was perfect, and you were able to adjust your tone as per the flow of the speech. It's very important that you maintain it throughout the speech. You have got a very good command over your language, English language. Having said that, I have 2 suggestions for you. In speech, you could have incorporated your own success story, how public speaking has helped you. In fact, I am doing this Toastmaster for last 1 year, and it has actually helped me in improving my public speaking, and it has also helped me in my professional life. So a little example could have better emphasized on the idea how public speaking actually helped us, and it can also give some inspiration to the guests. During the flow of the speech, at the fag end, somewhere you lost some steam. So try to have same level of energy throughout the speech. Overall, a very good speech, and I've personally taken note of your 5 ideas. Congratulations to you for completion of your this project electives, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. So thank you, growthful Gopal. I'm sure with your evaluation for Colonel, he's going to grow. Okay, now, Kalpana madam, should I take the evaluation of the pitch,
Yes.
or do we jump on to the grammarian?
We'll take evaluation of pitch and then go for
Fine,
grammarian.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember who is in sequence, but I think I would like to invite Colonel Tarun Kumar to give an evaluation for the SOBOT team.
Hi, Amit. Compliments to you for creating something which is so useful. Now, the reason why I'm saying it is you started your speech with a well-balanced problem statement. And that problem statement was able to elevate a lot of gray areas, which any newbie who's listening to you for the first time would like to understand. You had I think you would have given the speech probably a number of times because you were perfectly timed. And that is one good hallmark of making you reach your audience within the stipulated time. In fact, all the things that you were about to say, after your initial conversation, I was just looking forward to how you're going to come to the next one and the next one, and you never disappointed me with that. So kudos for that. In fact, it was one of the best speeches on and off any platform that I have come across in such a short span of time.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful product, and this product has, I think, a lot of potential given the kind of clientele you have projected to us. I would only have one piece of advice to you. Whenever you are giving this kind of a thing, for whatever reasons, you don't know where your potential collaborators are, always have your ask ready. Sure. At the end of this beautiful speech, I was just struggling to find out, Amit ko chahiye kya? What does he want?
Okay.
So we all want business, we all want people around us, and one can connect you to a lot of people who are struggling in the hyperlocal space. They have created beautiful things, and I keep on telling them that how they should go about creating an ecosystem, because collaboration is the key word. And this is something that you should be looking at, how to derive maximum benefit by coming onto a platform where there are entrepreneurs, there are people who have a network. And your ask will help us understand that how now I can go ahead and help SOBOT.
Sure.
In fact, I wanted to reach out to that doctor, but immediately post that table topics, probably she jumped out. You have a beautiful product, but you missed out on that opportunity. I work with a lot of healthcare entrepreneurs, and they do not have this facility. So similarly, in your case, we all go to BNIs and all those places where these are small entrepreneurs who would be looking for this kind of an intervention from you. And probably both of you can help grow each other.
Yes.
Right. So Amit, kudos for a product that is relevant, and probably if you iterate it well and mix and match, it's one of the best things that can happen, give you enough traction. I would be interested to know that how do you generate revenues out of it, but that is for another day, which did not come up in this, because that is what will keep anybody's interest alive. So all the very best in your future endeavors.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. Now I'm taking the liberty to get on board Padma Kumar ji to give his evaluation.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. In fact, I didn't know that I was scheduled to give an evaluation, but I feel privileged to give an evaluation for this pitch. By far, as Colonel mentioned, one of the best pitches that I've heard, very well structured, covering everything that one would expect to hear. But of course, the ask part of it and the, the what next could have been incorporated. But given the time, I think you did a brilliant task. You showed very clearly how even in the midst of a red ocean where there are so many sharks fighting with each other, you can still create a blue ocean. So beautifully demonstrated that you said, leverage WhatsApp, which is today the de facto standard in terms of communication, and how you can make a pitch for that in a very crowded space in terms of apps for vendors. So that was very brilliantly done. If there had been an e-commerce giant or some player in the e-commerce space, you would probably already start receiving offers for taking over your company and your product. And personally, I feel that it's a well thought out kind of product itself and very nicely presented. I have one recommendation for you, that when you have an opportunity with such a brilliant product, is it possible for you to take 45 seconds to 1 minute to actually real time show the product in operation? This is an established product. This is a product that you are very confident about, a product that meets the needs. Take a suggestion from any one person. Tell me what would you like to buy, and then real time demonstrate how this particular thing works. Would be a fantastic hit. But otherwise, superb job, very well executed. And for me, the success of any pitch of 3 minutes is making the people want to know more. And on that front, you succeeded phenomenally. Congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity.
So two quick things. Definitely we have a demo. We always show the chatbot on the screen itself, but I'm not sure whether that's possible to accommodate in the given time. So we skip that part. But we literally ask audience to message our number and get it first-hand experience. That is one. Second, thanks for the kind feedback. As both of you ask me to include the ask slide, I'll take a liberty to ask now. We are looking for connections in hyperlocal markets of a different cities so that we can expand further. And we want people to recommend our systems to their nearby stores to start using something like this. We can help them to compete with the online players. That's our quick ask. And any feedback, any suggestions, welcome from all the audience, everyone out there. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Padma Kumar ji, for giving the evaluation. I was to evaluate, but I don't want to evaluate because these two have covered bacha nahi hai kuch mere liye. Except for one thing I would like to say is, while you did communicate very well, you presented your idea, I am still obsessed with the design on your presentation. It needs to be clean. Sure. You can't have too many colors, you can't have too many shapes. The reason is it sort of distracts. what am I to look for? So this is something that I would advise. Otherwise, you're good to go.
Sure.
And Colonel and Padma Kumar ji were point on to give you positive feedback and what you could do more. I would I have only 1 minute on my time slot. So what I will prefer to do is I will call in the grammarian and the R counter to give their report, and the last one will be the timer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nisarg. I would very quickly jump into the report, and I'll make it very precise. As an R counter, there has been very little usage of any crutch words or filler words. Toastmaster Amit, he being a businessman and not a Toastmaster, had several R's and M's in his speech. Toastmaster Gopal had a couple of word repetitions and one so. Toastmaster of the Day, Nisarg, had 1 long pause and 5 short pauses. Otherwise, all the speakers were perfect and a great job done there. As a grammarian, we had a myriad of excellent usage of English language today. Starting with Toastmaster Ashwin, he had a plethora of good words: provoking, obliterated, reflect on my path, rapid eye movement, well crafted, obstacles, etc. etc. And then moving on, wow, Toastmaster Colonel Tarun. Actually, it feels like this is a dictionary. He used several good words like integral to human evolution, monetize your efforts, converting passion to livelihood, brainstorming shareable content, coherent theme, facts and figures, judicially, lasting impression, well-balanced, elevate, hallmark, hyperlocal ecosystem, collaboration, traction. Then we had DTM Padma Kumar. Eclectic, illusion, neophilia, neophobia, leverage. Dr. Saloni used molars to Mars. Toastmaster Manoj used plagiarism, creativity, etc. And Vaibhavi also used some very good words: ambitious, barge of learning, etc. We had Anne-Marie, who used some good words like passionate journey, in the moment with you, clear structure, keep striving. And we had Amit, who used conversational commerce, competitive advantage, upsell, manage. Well, we had overall a very good English language usage here, and we had just one use of word of the day by Toastmaster Elios for the word respite. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Rahmanji. Since you gave a reminder, despite the time limitation, I would like to take on feedback from the guest. Toastmaster Elios, if you could.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me. And yes, the first thing that I would like to give feedback is you invite us on the Google Gmail, so I can get the link directly from it, and I can register and join to the meeting. Because not all of the club will use that method, and it is like very sophisticated to all of you here. It is display that you are a professional club handled by professional members. So kudos to all of you as the ESCOM. And for the session itself, it is very great. I love the pitching session. That's why I keep coming back to the meeting and learn from the teacher and also the what we call judges or someone evaluator to help to make it a better pitch deck. So yeah, kudos to all of you, and I really enjoyed this Sunday with all of you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Elos. Before I take another 2-3 guests to speak on, I would want the timer to give his report. Apologies for missing out, and thanks Manoj Kumar ji for reminding me.
Okay, once again, good morning to everyone. The timer report is Speaker 1, Toastmaster Ashwin Patel, 8 minutes 24 seconds. And the evaluator for Toastmaster Ashwin Patel is Toastmaster Annie Mary, 2 minutes 38 seconds. For the Speaker 2, Toastmaster Tharun, 7 minutes 5 seconds. And the evaluator 2, Gopal Krishna, 2 minutes 1 second. And for the Table Topics Master, the Table Topic Master 1, Ilias, 2 minutes 16 seconds. The Table Topic Master 2, DTM Padma Kumar, 2 minutes 4 seconds. Table Topic Master 3, Dr. Saloni, 56 seconds. Table Topic Master 4, Manoj, 2 minutes 19 seconds. And for the guest, Vaibhavi, 1 minute 44 seconds. And for the Table Topic Master, guest Javed, 2 minutes 37 seconds. And at last, Dr. Pramod Kumar, 1 minute 23 seconds. For the pitch speaker, Amit, 5 minutes 22 seconds. And the evaluation for the pitch speaker, first, Tarun, 3 minutes 22 seconds. And DTM Padma Kumar, 2 minutes 13 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Hustling Harsha. Now I would like to call upon the guests. I think there was young one. The professor lady did raise her hand. If you could give your feedback to us, that would help.
Thank you, Mr. Perfect Nisarg, for calling me. Yeah, it was a great meeting. I'm a young Toastmaster, just joined the fraternity of Toastmasters very soon, a month ago. I'm still in my level 1. So I had a lot of inputs today of how to write the speech, how to get the evaluation, because most of the Toastmasters here have completed their level 1, I believe. So yes, so it was a great meeting. I had a lot of learning. I have a lot of things to take back to my home club. So thank you and have a great day, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Versatile Vaibhavi. I would now like to call upon Dr. Positive Pramodji.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity. There's always a learning, adding new things and captivating the thing, which is very, very important. And I feel that I should always be a part of it, because learning is always a journey which never ever ends, and we should be contributing it and ensuring it with a lot of determination, discipline, and deserving it. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Positive Pramodji. I would like to invite Active Akib.
Is it me, Nisarg, you're asking?
Yes. I believe my pronunciation was right. That Akib, right?
Yeah, it's right. Right. Good. So today's meeting, I really felt a different kind of format in here, wherein we have a pitch being delivered and 2 quality speeches, which I would say were up to mark. A lot of learning from those speeches, evaluation, and let me also mention the table topics were very thought-provoking. So I really loved being here, and this kind of meeting are at a level, not
I think he got disconnected.
Yep. I think any other Toastmaster guest who's here? I think yes, we have the pitch guys. Sagar is around. If you Sagar and Amit, I think both are here. If you want to give your feedback, please.
Yeah. Yes. So thanks for hosting this on a Sunday morning. I mean, my Sunday morning wouldn't be so productive before. Learned a lot. Of course, time management first of all. Use of English, conveying your thoughts to the point. And the topic that was here was so much helpful for entrepreneurs like us, because ideas are everything for us. And I really enjoyed the topic, idea that dragged you. I mean, that was something I never imagined. Someone can speak on that as well. So definitely learned a lot, and we'll be happy. We'll be here like this every time to know and understand, learn more. Thank you.
So while Manoj can do this, but since I know that you guys are from Pune and I also happen to be in Pune, I would invite you to join our club. That would really be a value add to you as well as to us.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
I think Toastmaster Kalpana, we probably had a fairly good meeting with a lot of ideas flowing in. As I said, the idea is imbibed in your name. Or kya chahiye? So another thing, I would while Anne-Marie was the evaluator, would you also like to give your feedback?
And Mary, you're on mute.
Yeah, I was saying that I find the standard in this club very, very high in terms of the word structure, the way it's very eloquent, the way you speak. And I am conscious that English is a second language, but you speak far clearer than many English people. And I know I'm English. So I want to congratulate you on a very high standard and command and eloquence that you put into your speeches. Well done, everybody. It's really impressive. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anne-Marie. We can close, let's call this meeting to an end, and we can have, you can stop the recording, Kalpana ji.